Hey YouTube. I know I've posted some happier videos over the past week and a half, but as we're getting ready to head into December here, last month of 2016, I thought I should do my usual end of year update that I've kind of skipped out on the past few years, just because things were so bland and depressing that I didn't think it would be even worth doing a recap of the year. I don't think I've done one since 2013, and a lot's gone on this year that I feel is worth talking about. But in contrast to what I just said, this isn't necessarily a happy update. So grab your cup of orange soda and whatever snacks you got and get ready to just listen to me ramble if you even cared to click on this video. So I guess I'll start with the one thing that I post the most about, and that's the band Bear Your Cross. Just to get all sorts of things off my chest in this video, I'll start with that. This year was kind of a flop for us, if I'm being honest. We ended 2015 opening for Infant Animate and To the Wind, and we were on top of the world at that point, and then this year hit, and we had some great home shows, but there was a lot of drama with the lineup that we had to deal with, which in retrospect wasn't that big of a deal, but at the same time, it really took a toll on me because we were trying to do our own DIY week run during the summer, and after months of struggling and then having it pretty much completely fall apart just a week and a half before we were supposed to go on it did a lot of damage mentally and physically to me. And I realized that, a lot of that was out of my control, but I still felt responsible for letting my bandmates down, as well as people in other states that were trying to help us out. And you throw writing and delays on recording a record into that mix, and you get tired. And that's not me saying in any way, that's not like some vague way of saying I'm quitting the band or we're calling it quits. We're just gonna lay low for the rest of this year, apart from a benefit show that hopefully we'll be announcing soon. And when 2017 hits, we're gonna hit the ground running. So I guess I consider it a blessing that we're getting a chance to kind of start back at square one with things. But for those of you that have stuck with the band since day one back in 2014, I thank you from the bottom of my heart on behalf of myself and the other guys. We're really going to commit more than we have in the past 2 years of existing. And I'd like to believe that we're about to drop a really important record, at least to us, and hopefully it touches other people's hearts. Other big life update number 2 that is going to be really hard to talk about because of the length of how long it was a relationship that I literally just got out of this past week. And this is more explaining more of the stress beyond the band stuff that's happened this year, just because of how things played out. I met a girl and started dating her long distance back early July, and things were going fine. We both had our own kind of big things in life that we were dealing with that we just kind of grew up with, in a sense. Some family stuff with her and family stuff with me, and that was no big deal. And, you know, we were there for each other. And for the longest time, it just seemed like one thing after another was happening to either of us. And, you know, we had our moments where things were tough for me, because when something happens to me, I immediately want to open up about it to people that I'm super close to, whereas when something would happen with her, she wouldn't talk about it for a while. And it would be a struggle to get her to open up, and it was difficult trying to be like, hey, like, I understand you need space, but at the same time, I'm your boyfriend, like, it'd be nice if this was two-way street. And that happened back and forth quite a bit. But, you know, I looked past that and kept trying, and there were a couple different times that she was going to fly out and visit, and, you know, I understand there are some circumstances that come up, like there was multiple family-related things that came up where she literally couldn't come out. And, you know, it was really difficult because we had so much in common, yet, I don't know, it just seemed like it was just difficult because looking back, it almost seems like she wasn't putting as much effort in to caring about me like she said she was. And it all kind of blew up this past week because we ended Thanksgiving totally fine, and she said she'd call the next day. And Friday rolled around and I heard nothing, so I assumed she was just busy with family still. Then Saturday, then Sunday, and despite trying to call or text, I was getting voicemail, no response. And, you know, I had a gut feeling either she didn't have her phone or something had happened. And then Monday morning rolled around and I got a text message that it was just over. And it just, all she said was she couldn't do it anymore. She was sorry for dragging me into her life. I'd get my stuff back because I had sent her my hoodie and stuff, you know, because it's Steelio man's hoodie season or whatever. And that she'd made up her mind and didn't want to talk to me anymore. So, the past 48 hours, maybe even more like 72 hours, I don't know, have just been total and utter hell. Because I spent roughly about 5 months being drug along like things were actually serious, or more serious than I thought. I'm playing with a Lego. The people that are super close to me, and like especially my mom and a couple of my best friends, have been really reassuring and spending time with me the past day or so. But as much as I appreciate the advice and support of people telling me that I'll be okay in time, like, it did a lot of emotional, mental, and physical damage, yet again, more than I was already facing. So, I guess this is just to explain what's been going on with me and why I'll probably be reclusive for a while. You know, it already is difficult enough when you don't have friends in your own town, really. I don't know, life just does that to you sometimes.